You know, I'm starting to feel away now. I think anytime I see a box truck stop at my red light on my block, I think I'm gonna walk up to the window and simply ask them, do they have kids on their truck? And I'm gonna know by the reaction, because this shit is getting out of hand. I wanna run down on box trucks, vans, everything, man. This shit is getting out of hand. It's out of hand. It's out of babies, man. I'm talking about babies, man. Kids, children, women. Hey, this don't bother nobody, man. That more people ain't looking into this stuff. These rental trucks, man. What these people doing with these trucks? Where they going? What they loading up into these trucks? What they delivering with it, man?
Welcome to I Let It Play. Here's today's interesting topic. Let's start the show.
Hi everyone! So in today's video we're going to talk about how sex trafficking and exploitation is a crime that affects all genders. Most discussions tend to primarily focus on women and girls. While discussing the harm women face is essential, it is also important to recognize and shed light on the underrepresentation of males in trafficking services. Males who experience sex trafficking face unique challenges. Societal perceptions and stereotypes about masculinity contribute to the underreporting and under-identification of male victims. These harmful assumptions assert that men are less likely to be vulnerable to exploitation, and if they are victimized, they should be able to defend themselves. This fails to recognize the complex dynamics of coercion, manipulation, and abuse that are common in sex trafficking cases. It is important to recognize that traditional gender norms and social expectations place immense burden on men to be strong, self-reliant, and impervious to vulnerability. They often fear judgment, ridicule, or disbelief when disclosing their experiences, which can deter them from seeking help or reporting. This, then, contributes to the many support services that only focus on serving women, leaving male survivors with limited access to services.
Listen, they're not just targeting women. They're coming after us men too. Last night I was targeted at Walmart. Listen, fellas, we got to be careful too. Man, I'm coming outside of Walmart last night, and mind you, I'm on my live stream. I'm still live. I'm still streaming on TikTok. I'm in my live stream, and I come and sit in my truck, and I'm sitting in my truck for a minute. Dark parking lot. I parked off on the side, kind of away from everything, and it's dark in this parking lot. So I'm sitting here having a conversation with my chat, and some old Caucasian man walks up to my window and says, "Hey, you know, you got a really big nail in your tire. There's a huge nail in your tire, man. You might want to get out here and check it out." So I'm looking at him, and he keeps emphasizing on the fact that it's a really big nail. Now, mind you, my truck is not no older truck, man. I can see if I was losing air, it will let me know the pressure that's on the gauge. So I can see when the pressure is going out of my tire, right? And this is the one night, man. This is the one night. Normally, I don't go nowhere without my pew-pew. But this is the one night I decided to go because I just need to run and grab something real quick. And something in me, I don't know what it was, there was just something in me that was like, listen, just check it later. Just check it later, right? So I don't even mind checking it. I just leave it alone. I just tell him thank you. I wave at him. It's like, yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so he gets in his truck and he doesn't pull out. He doesn't do nothing, right? So I'm wondering why he hasn't took off yet. So the whole time I'm getting myself together, getting ready to leave. And soon as I pull off, I pull to the left, he pulls off to the right. And when I tell you it was that moment, something was just telling me not to check it, right? I've never got that weird feeling of saying, look, man, don't worry about it. Because any other time, if somebody say I got a nail in my tire, I'm like, hold on, let me check real quick. But I realized that I wasn't losing no pressure on my tire. It didn't pop up on my dashboard, letting me know nothing. But something inside of me, man, was just saying, look, man, don't even worry about it. I get back to the house and I go thoroughly over my tire, man. When I tell you I backed it up, pulled it forward to check over my tire, there was not one nail, not one screw, not nothing in my tire at all. Even now, here it is in the morning. This was just last night. In the morning, I look again, nothing wrong with my tire. So, fellas, be careful, man. They trying to target you too, man. Obviously, he didn't know what he was about to get himself into. I don't know if he thought I was just going to be a pushover and he was going to grab me up. But listen.
All right, this evening I want to talk to all the men out there. I've got a danger that's been rising, and it's not just for women anymore. It applies to men as well. So men, listen up. I've had several of my followers send me DMs which have videos, And in those videos, they have proof that there is trafficking going on for men as well as for women. It's not just for women and children and teens anymore. They're coming after the men as well. Now, why do you ask why they would want to traffic men? Well, a lot of times it's because men have, it's been proven that they have more strength. So if they want to do some dirty work or have something that they want to do, a man's going to be the one that they want to get it done. Another thing is, there's a lot of money out there for things inside the body on the market, if you know what I mean, and it is lucrative. It is $1 billion industry. So it's no surprise to me that now they're coming after the men. So men, my best advice, as I've given to the women and teens, etc., carry a you-know-what. If you don't feel comfortable enough to do that, carry something with you. Because lately what they've been using is they use, like they were doing with the women, they've been using like a female or a older gentleman, and they will tell you, hey, you got a nail in your tire, you've got something wrong with your vehicle, or hey, I hit the back of your bumper earlier, I wanted to tell you about it, can you come here so you can look at it? When you get out of the vehicle, there's going to be several other bigger guys, and they're going to grab you and take you. Now, if you don't think this can happen to you, it is happening, and it's happening right now. So men, y'all take care, buckle up.
Who would have ever thought that grown adult men would be trafficked at bus stops, at truck stops, gas stations, grocery stores? Men who's supposed to be protectors are being trafficked every day. While everybody is looking on Epstein Island, people are disappearing before our eyes, and everybody is forgetting that that's happening.
About how my girl and my daughter was almost human trafficked. Now listen, it's a plaza on 12 and Van Dyke. You got Walmart, Five Below, Marshalls, might be Old Navy. It's a bunch of shit over there. My girl wanted to go to Marshalls. Every time we go into Marshalls, we kind of do like a split up thing. I'll go look at some guy shit. She'll go look at girl shit. Boom. We split up. And my girl was like in the back of the store type shit, in the back of the store. So she ended up calling me like, I don't know. I don't know if she called me or I had walked up, but she like, this dude looked like he kind of like following us a little. I don't know if this dude was Mexican or Indian. I just know he was foreign. He looked like he was a little foreign. He wasn't like a white dude or a black dude. I see the nigga, and I'm looking like he just looked weird as hell. He walking around, I'm talking about no cart, no bag. He just browsing. Now I'm walking with my girl now. I'm just peeping, dude. I'm silent as hell. I'm just watching this nigga. So my girl walking around, I'm walking around right behind her. I'm talking about everywhere we go, every eye, we popped all around the store. Everywhere I go, I see this nigga to my right. I'm trying to play it chill. I'm just like, what is this nigga on? This nigga following, he ain't got no cart, no bag or nothing. I'm trying to be chill. But boom, we end up leaving the store. I don't really think nothing about it. It's over. I don't really think nothing about it. I'm like, okay, maybe it was just a coincidence. I ain't really thinking nothing about it. You come out the Marshalls, all you gotta do is walk this way and walk around, and you can go to Walmart right there. So we end up walking down to the Walmart. Why is we in this Walmart and I see this same motherfucker in the Walmart? No bags, no cart, no nothing. He is popping up everywhere we go in this damn Walmart. Boy, I cut up so motherfucking fast. I know a nigga ain't following me in this bitch. I know a nigga ain't following my girl. What? I'm talking about that nigga skedaddled. You ladies, you young ladies, young black mothers, y'all need to watch out. Because it's really people out here getting, you know what I mean? It's really people out here getting snatched up. Like, and if you ain't with no male figure, even if you with a male figure, obviously, as I just said, like, they will still try, like, and still be lurking around, waiting for y'all to split up at some point. And then, boom, you can't find your girl. Boom, you can't find your daughter. Y'all need to make sure y'all have some type of protection on y'all, or make sure y'all with males, because these motherfucking traffickers is crazy nowadays. I'm talking about that shit can happen to anybody. This was on 12 and Van Dyke in Warren, Michigan. We at Walmart, Marshalls. Nobody thinking about that shit, but that shit can happen to anybody. And it's so sad that it probably happened to a lot of people. And I'm glad I didn't leave my girl for too long of a period of time like I usually do. I'd be somewhere not paying attention and doing my own thing. I only come with this story because I just seen another lady on Facebook say the same shit happened to her in the same plaza, in the same city, that same Walmart. I'm like, oh man, so it gotta be some type of ring going on over.
I actually didn't know that I had been trafficked until I was told by another girl I was working with in porn that what had happened to me was sex trafficking. I met a guy who was about 14 years older than me, so he was in his late 20s at the time. So he started trafficking me for sex when I was 14 years old. It started just with a conversation of, hey, I can't pay this bill, or I can't do this thing or buy this thing that you have wanted without your help. And so I'm gonna have a friend and you're gonna have sex with this friend for me, and then we'll go do whatever it was that you wanted to go do. And what happened with one friend turned into 6 months. 6 months later, spending nights in a hotel room with guys just coming in and out. By the time I got to that point of being 14 and being in those hotel rooms, I had already been hurt so deeply that this genuinely felt normal. So I do remember quite a few times when either photos or videos were taken of what was happening to me inside those hotel rooms. And it just kind of became a normal piece of what was going on. It wasn't something that set up red flags. That was a way that he had groomed me beforehand in our sexual encounters when it was just...
Human trafficking numbers came out, so the statistics on it, and I'm here to tell you if your state is safe or not. First, we can applaud Rhode Island. Rhode Island, you have the lowest. Right behind you is Massachusetts. Vermont and Connecticut, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Virginia, Alabama, Idaho, and Pennsylvania. Those are all that have the lowest human trafficking rate. Now for the highest. The top 10 states for human trafficking, we're gonna start with number 10, which is Oregon. For every 100,000 people in Oregon, 1,178 of them are human trafficked. Number 9, South Dakota. Though their population is only 900 and some thousand, 264 people out of 100,000 get human trafficked. Coming in number 8, California. With a population of almost 40 million people in California alone, 11,254 of them will be human trafficked out of 100,000. Number 7, New Mexico. We have 2.1 million people living in New Mexico, and out of every 100,000 of them, 644 of them will be human trafficked.
I don't think y'all realize how common human trafficking is and how dangerous it is to use ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft. I feel like I've had 3 separate occasions where I've almost been trafficked or kidnapped, and I guess I'll tell you about one. So I remember one time I was waiting for an Uber because I didn't drive at this time, and that was my only way to go to work. And I took Uber so often, so I'm like, yeah, this happened like 3 different times. So waiting for my Uber, and the lady pulls up, right? And I see like it's pinning to my house, which another thing I never do is like, don't go directly in front of your house. Walk down the street, walk a little further down. Don't show nobody where you live. That's what I always do. So I'm not like right in front of my door, and I see this lady pull up, and I'm like, okay, this is not the same car. And I'm looking at the license plate, and I'm like, like my mom always said, don't ever get in the car if the license plate don't get in there, because they cannot track you. Don't ever get in the car if it's not the right license plate, ever. Don't let nobody peer pressure you. I don't care what circumstance they're trying to tell you, don't get in that car. So basically, she pulls up and she gets out the car, which I don't know. She gets out the car and walks around, and she's like, well, before she did that, I think she rolls the window down. She was like, oh, I got in a car accident and my car's in the shop, but it's okay. And then I was like, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just call another one. And she gets out the car and she walks around to like me a little bit. And she's like, no, it's okay. I'll show you my ID. And she's like, oh, like, it's okay, Corinne. And I don't know why it threw me off when she said my name. Like, I know my name was on there, but like, I don't know, like, that just, it rubbed me the wrong way. She's like, it's okay, Corinne, you can just get in the car. No, I won't be getting in the car. And no, don't drive Uber if your car's in an accident. I don't care what the circumstances is. Don't get in nobody's car if the thing is not, if the license plate doesn't match what's on the phone.
I want to talk to all the women out there. This was made of a new danger, and it involves human trafficking, and they use, bottled water. Ladies, listen up. So the one thing you want to do is when you're leaving the store to go to your vehicle, make sure that you're checking on the passenger side when you're walking up to your vehicle, and to include underneath your tires to see if they're flat, or to see if they have put a bottle of water under the back of the tire or in the wheel well. Again, they normally choose the passenger side, so that way when you go to back out of your parking space, you're going to hear a loud popping noise. And yes, the gauges on the dash will tell you if you've got low tire pressure. However, a lot of times they're going to do this because curiosity, it gets the best of us. So you'll get out of your car, you'll go to look to see which side it was, and it's the passenger side, and you go to the back, and as soon as you get back there, they're already waiting for you. And most likely they've been waiting in the parking lot for you until you come out of the store. So, ladies, again, if you hear a loud popping noise, don't get out of your car. Don't get out of your car. Look at the gauge. If it doesn't show that you have low tire pressure, just keep going. Don't let the curiosity get to you and end up getting you involved in human trafficking. So,
Do anybody remember this? The neighborhood watch. These were neighbors watching neighbors, communities watching communities. I don't know if it's being disbanded, but we need to bring this back, because until we bring attention to this trafficking problem and bring awareness to it and spread this information, more people would disappear. It's our duty to protect our neighborhoods. Start today.
Human traffickers operate in the shadows, but did you know that they also have their own secret language? Today, I'm breaking down some of the code words and symbols traffickers use to communicate so you know what to look out for. The first one is a lot lizard. A lot lizard is a derogatory term for a person who is being prostituted at a truck stop. Many of these lot lizards are people who are being trafficked and usually uneducated or young. The second one is kiddie stroll. Kiddie stroll is an area known for prostitution that features younger victims, often underage. This term can also be used through these emojis. And lastly, a brothel, also known as a cat house. This is an establishment like an apartment, house, or trailer where sex is sold on the premises. This could be in a rural area or even in a nice neighborhood. Trafficking can be everywhere, so it's important to be aware and watch out for the signs. You could save a life. For more information about trafficking, follow us for more content, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Lafayette, Louisiana, listen. A 35-year-old man in Lafayette, Louisiana has been arrested for the third time for human trafficking. His name is Rutledge D. IV, and this is the third time that he's been arrested for human trafficking, but it's not like what you think. So basically, this 35-year-old man pretends to be disabled so he can get a nanny to come in his home at a specific time every single day to change his diaper. So, I know what you're thinking, how is that human trafficking? So even though it's really weird to want somebody at 35 to change your diaper, if you pay someone under deception to do a certain type of explicit work for you, that's considered human trafficking. So as I said, this is his third time being arrested in Lafayette, Louisiana for human trafficking because he's a 35-year-old man who wants people to change his diaper for him.
Public service announcement. I want to talk to my queens, my young queens, and parents with kids. It is a high alert right now, a high alert. Women and kids have been missing for years. No one talks about it, but it is a high alert right now. And I got a daughter, and I got a lot of nieces and a lot of female cousins. And I'm drilling them right now. And I'm telling them to not accept anything from anybody. No paper, no business cards, no money, not even a compliment. Most likely is chemicals on that business card to get you drowsy for you to be taken away. Ubers, if you're catching an Uber, women, inspect the Uber before you get in it. Take a picture of the license plate. Take a picture of the driver. Always sit behind the driver. If the driver says, I want to stop at the gas station, get the hell out the Uber, because most likely he'll pull up to a van for you to be taken away. If you at the club, hanging out with your girls, keep your drink in your hand 24/7 in front of you. I don't care if you're sitting at the table, sitting at the bar. Don't sit it down at all. These people are getting crafty on how they put things into the drinks. Or don't even be at the club right now because it is a high alert. And what it will do, that drink will get you drowsy for you to be taken away.